These are my family's horses. These horses are a unique bloodline that has served us for over 166 years. The Labuschagne bloodline derives from the well-known pit horses, a sub-variety of the South African Boer, or literally the Boer horse. These horses have been bred as working horses by our family for their own use and have never been registered as a stud. They've been extensively used for sheep and cattle farming in the mountains of the southeastern Transvaal for well over 6 generations. During this time, they have carried the male members of my family through both the Second Boer War and the First Boer War. They even served my great-great-grandfather in the Malaboch War, and some of the horse ancestors must have served our Colby family branch during all the Basotho Wars. The earliest documented trace that we have of our family's horses comes from 1879. They do, however, date back to much earlier than that. The ancestors of these horses have carried our family during the Great Trek in 1836, and before that, the even earlier horse ancestors had served us on the eastern frontier of the Cape Colony, dating all the way back to the late 1700s. The South African Boer has developed through a process of instinctive selection over many generations. They are known for their remarkable endurance and hardiness. They are mild-natured and easy to handle, but they are also very sure-footed and have the ability to easily traverse mountainous terrain in very harsh country. They can survive on very harsh grazing with almost no care. They are fairly resistant to diseases, and they will often keep going where other horses would have long since given up. These horses are known to be especially comfortable to ride on account of their peculiar gait known as triple, which makes for much smoother riding action. Boer horses can also serve a dual purpose as draft horses, and were used in the past to draw carts and light carriages. According to very old tradition in our family, our breeding stallions always used to be bought from the well-known Low family of Colesberg. This distantly related family used to be renowned horse breeders living in a country which is still especially regarded for producing some of the very finest horses in South Africa. In today's world, however, the Labuschagne horses are not used as working horses anymore. One by one, the family has ceased farming. Until now, only my 80-year-old uncle is left as the very last farmer of our long lineage. This herd of horses, therefore, represents the very last of their era. Once upon a time, they had served us in a farming operation that was scattered across a triangle of more than 100 miles in the eastern parts of the Transvaal, as well as northern Zululand and Swaziland. Today, this small herd is kept purely for the purpose of preserving this unique historical bloodline. These horses are not trained for riding, but they are tame enough to respond to human interaction. They are treated and they are loved, but they are purely pasture-bound horses, free to run into the wind and across the plains as their ancestors had done before them. There is so much history on the farms of South Africa, and so much history in old families, and much of it will only exist for as long as those of us who are alive still remember and are willing to share our stories with the rest of the world.